everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to make another bra today, and it's another Monowire style. I know that's the same style I made last time, but I'm really trying to focus on just making things that I want and that I'm excited for. So that's what I'm going to do today. What I have in my head is that it's going to have like sort of like a larger piece that's made out of this lime green tulle. I believe this was purchased from the TaylorMade shop, and it was the color lime. And then I'm going to have an overlay. So this is going to be more of like a scoop neck style bra, and then there's going to be like an overlay of this lace on top of it that cuts down on either side of the cups to sort of give it that sweetheart neckline. So this will be scooped, but this will be more V or sweetheart. I really like these colors together. I think it'll be a fun sort of like summery bra, and so I'm excited to get started on it. So first things first, I'm going to need to alter my pattern. Okay, so now I have my new cup piece. So basically all I've done is take the original keyhole cup piece that I had drafted before and just filled in this space right here in the center front, and on the bottom I followed that curvature of the wire. So I'm just going to no longer use this and cut out this giant piece in my bra tool. And then for the lace overlay, I have another pattern, which is just that same sort of like darted cup, but I've done a pretty severe line here. Obviously this overlay was originally made for the keyhole, so there's a little cutout here, but when I'm cutting out of lace, I'm just going to put my scalloped edge along this straight edge here, and so what it's going to look like is having that lace come and meet in the center front in a nice point, with the green tulle showing behind it in this sort of scoop neck style. So really excited about that. I also have, I'm just going to use the same, and I'm just going to use a bottom that I had drafted previously, and this bottom is intended again for the straight edge of the lace to move along here, and so you'll see the scalloped edge there. And again, all that is a trace of the wire itself with a little bit of that wire play added in on either side. And that gives me the shape for my frame. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out all of my stuff in fabrics now. So everything's cut out. I'm really loving the color combinations here. I've cut out this large piece out of 2 layers of bra tulle. In one layer the stretch is going horizontally, and then the other layer the stretch is going vertically, so they should cancel each other out. And I should get something that's pretty stable. And then I've also cut out, you know, my sheer or my lace overlay, and I'm really excited about how that's going to look. For my bottom band piece, I've cut it out once in lace and then once in just my flesh tone sheer cup lining. That'll give it a lot of stability. And then for the back, I didn't quite have enough lace to cut out a lace back, which is what I was originally intending to do. So what I've done is I'm calling this like the butterfly effect, where I just cut a little bit of a lace overlay that's sort of like diagonal. So the hook and eye closure will go in the center here, but it'll give that effect of the lace, but I didn't need to have as much lace available to cut out the entire piece in lace, if that makes sense. And I kind of like how this overlay sort of like mimics what the front will look like, so I think it'll look pretty cool. So I think to get started, I think what I'm going to do first is all of my darts. Because this lace fully covers the dart below, I am not going to worry about encasing my seams on the tulle, I'm going to have all of my seam allowances facing towards the outside of the bra, and then when I put the lace on top of it, then you won't see it. So I won't have seam allowances touching my bust and you won't see them. So that's the way I'm going to start. So I'm going to sew up my bust darts here and on my lace overlay. Then I will probably zigzag stitch these overlays onto the back band material so that I maintain my ability to stretch, and I'll come back to you. So making a lot of progress. I feel like monowire bras go together really fast. So here is my tulle layer. Again, I have all of my seam allowances facing towards the outside, and now I can just take my overlay and sandwich it on top. I'm going to go ahead with a zigzag stitch and stitch along that seam to connect these two pieces together and keep them from moving around, and that's going to cover up all of my seams there. And I also have, my back band attached to my front band. You can sort of see here where I've just gone along the scalloped edge of that lace with a zigzag stitch to secure it into place. That means it's not going to be like flopping around or anything on the back. It's going to be nice and secure. And then of course the bottom will be secured with elastics and the hook and eyes. So then the next steps are to take these cups and then align the darts on the cups with the lace and the underneath, and then I'll zigzag stitch them into place to keep them secure. Then I'll go ahead and finish my neckline edge here in some fold over elastic. I'm just going to use this fold over elastic that I got from Bra Builders. I believe this is the color Fern, but it matches my back band material, so that's what I'm going to use on the neckline edge, and then I'll go ahead and sew this into the frame itself. So now that that's all done, I'm really excited how this is looking. It's exactly what I was hoping for, that sort of faux sweet heart neckline. So now I'm just going to have to go ahead and do the rest of my elastic. So I'm going to use fold over elastic on the top edges, some picot elastic along the bottom, and then of course my underwire channeling in there. Well, she's all finished. I'm really happy how it turned out. Unfortunately, I don't know if you could hear that or not, but we're in the middle of a thunderstorm, so have a lot less lighting, but still really happy how it looks. It doesn't look great laying flat, and that's just because, as you'll remember, I drafted in some wire spring on this band, so while it's worn, it'll sort of splay out, and then you'll get a much more flat appearance along the band portion. Yeah, as I had said, I really love it. I love that neckline. I like how this is sort of like a little bit more modest, but it's still, see-through because it is that tulle, and then you have that dramatic plunge neckline. So I think this will be really secure because there's nowhere for anything to go, and I do love this color combination a lot. It is something that I've used a couple of times in my sewing, so it's not a surprise that I love this color combination. But yeah, I think this fern green looks really, really good with this lace. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me make this monowire bra, and I will see everyone next time. Take care.